Step in the box, baseball fans. Welcome back to another episode. I was cruising on some of the baseball Facebook sites today, and there's a lot of new collectors getting in there. And somebody asked, what does PWE mean? And that is plain white envelope shipping. So I figured I would do a video on this. By no means am I an expert. I've been doing this, shipping various cards for quite some time now anyway. And sometimes, like, I bought out a card that, for example, Series 1 Tony Gwynn short print. I don't know. What's the max value on this? $5 at the most, probably somewhere between 1 and 5. And if you sell this card and it's worth, let's call it $3, and it costs you $3.50 to $4 to ship it in a bubble mailer, the shipping costs more than the card. So it's ridiculous. So the plain white envelope is the way to go. You definitely do not want to be shipping any super expensive cards. I kind of have a rule: if a card's more than 15 to 20 bucks, there's no way I'm shipping it in an envelope. Or if it's a card that can't be replaced easily, definitely not shipping it in an envelope. But low tier cards, when you're doing a Facebook deal or making a trade, I think it's the way to go. I don't recommend sending these on eBay if you're an eBay seller too often, because they can burn you without tracking. But anyway, so first thing that I like to do, one, go get yourself some painter's tape. Don't be that guy that puts the Scotch tape on the top loader. Okay, that's the first thing. So again, Scotch tape, get it in there, protect it. Don't be the guy that doesn't put the card in the penny sleeve. Get in the penny sleeve, get in the top loader, make sure it's fairly clean, get it on there. I do a little extra. I like using these team bags. I didn't have any of the exact smaller ones, but a decent team bag will do. It gives it just a little extra air as well to put in there. It looks better if you send it to somebody. So I like to do that. And then I also like to do exactly 5 pieces of regular paper. It's like the perfect amount in my mind. I love 5 pieces, just the way it is. You tri-fold it. You put it in here. Put a piece of tape right here on the edge and then seal it. A lot of times I'll put a piece of tape right here as well. And again, put it in there. The postage is just a tad bit more, so I don't know the exact amount. I forgot I just bought a bunch of the extra postage stamps to put on there, so it does cost a tad bit more. But I think this gives it the exact perfect protection when it gets run through the machines. Does weigh a little more. Also, one other thing that I suggest you doing on Scotch tape on the outside is get some Scotch tape on these areas right through here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pieces of tape. Or if you have some better envelopes just to protect it. I had one that actually got torn open, and ever since I've only had one damaged card of all these that I've sent. So that is plain white envelope, the old school PWE. You don't necessarily need the bigger envelope, the standard. You can use the shorter ones, but for some reason, I like using these. I've never had a problem shipping these. It gives that little extra space too. And you can just, instead of messing around getting a smaller piece of paper, I've gotten tons of cards PWE this way, plain white envelope, shipped to me. There's been some people who've done it great. There's other people who really suck at it. But again, so that's PWE. And while we're here, I figured I might as well make a video out of it. Again, by no means am I an expert, but I like these kind of bubble mailers, the water resistant ones. They're a little They're a lot softer than the other ones. Plus, you can fit quite a bit more in these if you have multiple cards. So what I do is I recycle all my boxes from the post office, those flat rate boxes, and I cut out perfectly this, sandwich it, and then I'll take the tape and wrap it around and around, and I'll cut it pretty much the size. It fits perfectly in there, and it protects the card and ships well. So that's my tips to shipping. Again, you can do multiple cards in here. I've done like 3-4 cards, sandwich them in there, and they always get there. But again, I'm not shipping. Like I kind of have a rule of thumb that if I am shipping, that if it's over $100, I'm gonna ship in one of the small flat rate boxes for like, I think it's like $8.90, and just put in there for peace of mind, knowing it's gonna get there. Where, you know, like a card like this, I have no problem putting in an envelope. If it gets damaged, whatever. But so there's some tips. Hopefully, if you're getting a card collecting and you're going to be trading or selling, whatnot, again, the purpose of this is like just solve that. Somebody's like, what is PWE? I remember when I first started getting, I see some listings on Facebook, PWE, and I'm like, what is PWE? So plain white envelope shipping. Always be careful when you're shipping your cards. If you have high dollar cards, I highly encourage you to ship in a box with insurance. And if I sell like anything over like $300 per se, even in that $250 to $300 or more, I just add the few extra bucks to have a signature. It's not, get a small flat rate box, put in there and signature. It costs you like $12 to ship, and you know it gets to them and they had to sign for it. And so there's my tips to shipping. Do you have any tips to shipping? I would love to hear your comments. I know there's tons of different ways. I've seen people ship many, many, many different ways. Would love to hear it. Again, plain white envelope. Hope you guys are doing well. Hopefully you enjoyed the information. Some of you may think it's pretty basic, but there's a lot of new people getting in the hobby. So again, thanks for tuning in. Peace.